Hey everybody. I just wanted to go ahead and give a real quick rundown on how to use the Internet Archive's open library resource that we're providing for the students. It's a bit confusing at first just because of the sheer amount of options that it provides. So I figured we'd go ahead and give a quick breakdown on how to sort, how to search for different things, and let's go ahead and get started. So over here on the right-hand side of the screen, you can see we've got a variety of different options. You can search by author, subjects. For our case, we're going to be doing like history and criticism, biographies, history, things like that. Um, you can search by the year it was published, the different publishers, individual people, location, the century. There's plenty of options to get to that point, but in order to get to this page, one thing you want to do is, let's say you're starting off at this page. This is their home menu. You'll just come up here, and the only thing you'll have to type in is history, and then press enter. And once that loads, it should bring you back to the same page. Yep, here we are. And so let's say right out the gate, you want to find any sort of documentation you can on, oh, let's say Albert Einstein. So one of the things you could do is you could type in Albert Einstein. Then you hit search and it'll give you biographies. It'll give you everything like that. If you want to say, look up Albert Einstein, like a biography of him, your best bet is to probably come here under subject's biography, or just click on the individual himself here under people. If you want to find out about his life in Germany, you might want to come down here to places, and like if you click on Germany, you can probably find some documentation here from his life then. But there's a whole variety of different content that you can access here. It's a great resource. The only thing I will warn you about is that for some of these, it'll say things like borrow. That'll be a bit of a struggle, but I know if you click on listen, it should give you the option to be able to use that to listen as an audiobook, although that might be a bit more difficult to source. If it says not in library, the most you can do is mark it as want to read. And if you say you want to read it, then I know the website will work on trying to get a copy in for you. And in most cases, if you leave an email, typically you can get a notification saying, okay, this publication is in stock for you to read. But for our purposes, what we're going to want to look for is, if I come back here, you want to look for pages that just say like read, not in library, nothing like borrow. If it says read, you can just click right on it. And as you can see here, it'll load up the viewer, and then it'll bring this up where the book itself has been scanned in, and it will give you everything you need to sort through it. So, for example, this is Charles Dickens's Childhood History of England. As you can see, it's about 343 pages. It does let you copy these out. So if you need to, you can just copy that, highlight it, right click, copy, and then drop it into a document. Should make that relatively easy. I know there is an option, like as you can see down here, there's this bar. I don't have the full screen covered, but you can use that to get a little quicker. Like right now we're on page 124 and 125. If I go ahead and click it towards the middle of the book, it'll take us to 202, 203. So you can use that to kind of help decide where you're going to be reading from. If you're at the very bottom over here, it'll tell you the page number, and then it'll give you these options. So you can use these to find the exact page you need, and hopefully this should be enough to get you started on finding your sources. Thank you.